Hello. Hi, everybody. Can you see me, Deb?
Not yet. Hang on. Black screen. It says live, and I have a black screen.
Hi. Hi, I see Robert and Alex. Yeah, so you guys are picking up. That's good to know. I thought I'd jump on here with a few minutes to go.
Gotcha.
Okay. There we go. I'm excited about today. This is the first of a new series for us. Yeah. I'm assuming some of you are back to work, maybe off on Mondays. Others of you are still waiting to go back. I know that where I'm from, Missouri has opened up pretty much most of the way. Illinois, I believe they started today or Saturday with restrictions in place. Hi, Katie from Long Island. I see you. I feel like wasn't there a show when I was a little bitty kid called Romper Room? And it said, and I see Katie and Alex. I always wanted my name to be seen. I know, and it's probably a little ways back for some of you. Okay, here we go. We have a couple more minutes and then I'll get started. One of the things I'm going to do today is if you have any questions, hold them, and I will be on after the presentation to answer any of your questions. I also found out that Instagram is now saving our presentations, so you can actually go back and view it, or if you have a friend who's using the color and couldn't watch the presentation and wanted to see it, they can go back and view it. So they hang on to them for us, which is great news. Okay, looks like we just got about one more. Gina, hi. I see our wonderful, wonderful test salon on here, Miss Gina, who answers all of our questions for us. Okay, some I don't know. That's exciting. I may have to join you guys or follow me and I'll return and look for you. Hey, there's some Husker hairdressers from Nebraska. Good to see everybody. One more minute and we'll get going. I don't know about everybody else, but the weather in southern Illinois this weekend was absolutely fabulous, and couldn't have asked for anything better. Low humidity, temperatures in the 70s, we got to go outside. It was just really breathtaking. Hi, Nick. See you on there, another Husker hairdresser from Nebraska. It's good to see everyone. So I want to get started so we can move right on through this. Today, well, first of all, my name is Vickie Dressel and I'm a regional manager for OYA Beauty. I'm actually a regional manager in the center part of the country and can travel to either coast depending on what their needs are. Today, I'm going to kick off a 5-part series called Discover OYA Beauty. Okay, so the next 5 weeks, every Monday, you're going to see one of the OYA regional managers doing about a 30-minute presentation as we move through these sessions called Discover OYA Beauty. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. OYA stands for Own Your Art. After all, we are all artists. It was developed by a team of international artists. They hired a world-renowned chemist to make it, and he worked on it for 10 years. This is a custom color. Our chemist wanted it to be the next generation of hair color. We offer a full range of premium professional products from hair color, care, style, and specialty products. They're abundant in nourishing natural ingredients. Okay? Next one, I want to share with you what we call OYA's Color Support Complex. And OYA's Color Support Complex consists of green tea and sea kelp. And you will find these ingredients throughout the entire OYA line, but they are in every single tube of hair color that OYA makes. Let's see what's so special about them. Green tea. Green tea is a powerful antioxidant. This is the ingredient that OYA puts in their color to slow down the color fading. It also gives protection from the UV rays of the sun. Another thing that green tea does is it's a natural anti-inflammatory, and a lot of our guests are getting itching, stinging, and burning from hair color. Well, in green tea, there's an ingredient called xanthines. And what xanthines do is they let the scalp circulate while the color is being processed to reduce inflammation and reduce irritation. So it's a very soothing hair color to the scalp. The other ingredient that our chemists put in the color is sea kelp, and we use sea kelp to restore the hair. You know, sea kelp is packed with amino acids. The hair has naturally 19 and sea kelp has 15. So during that color service and even after the color service, it's rebuilding the hair from the inside out. It contains all of your vitamins, your A, C, D, E, K, and folic acid. It's anti-static, moisturizing, and reduces the flyaways. What you're going to notice about OYA color is the end results are very incredibly shiny on the hair, and the shine comes from the sea kelp. I like to share what's in our color, but it's very important to share what's not in our color, what we're free of. And I know this is in reverse, but I just wanted to hold it up anyway. Okay. OYA is free of parabens, okay, persulfates, free of 4-ABP and gluten. And when it comes to gluten, I always thought, well, I don't eat it. But if you have celiac disease and you're truly allergic to gluten, your skin is your largest organ, and you cannot have anything with gluten put on your skin or scalp. So it's safe for those guests. And the main key ingredient I want to focus on today that we are free of is an ingredient called PPD. PPD stands for paraphenylene diamine, petroleum-based dye. This is the ingredient that most guests are allergic to if they get the itching, burning, stinging. It's caustic. It's banned in several countries in Europe, but still allowed in the US, and there are very, very few companies that do not have it in their hair color. The other thing about PPD is if you have had cancer, your cancer doctor will recommend to you not to put anything with PPD on your skin or scalp. Now, PPD is a driver in hair color, so that's one of the reasons the chemists work for so long, to remove it from the color and still have beautiful hair color that performs. Now I want to show you the OYA color portfolio, what we have to offer. OYA has 72 permanent tubes of color. They're offered in a 3.17 ounce tube, and they're identified by the fuchsia band at the bottom of the box. When you tip it up, you can also see the letter and the number that determines which a series and which color you have. We also have 44 corresponding demi-permanent tubes of color that perfectly harmonize with the permanent hair color. OYA's newest addition to the color line is the OYA Bump and Tone. This is a series of 7 permanent toners that have the ability to bump 1 to 1.5 levels and come back in and neutralize. You know, when you get stuck at that yellow, gold, yellow, now all you have to do is reach for your Bump and Tone. And last but not least, we have the OYA Wilds, our advanced technology direct dyes that come in 11 different shades. We offer 5 designated lotions to go with our permanent and demi-permanent hair color. One of the reasons we call our developers lotions is because they have a very low pH. Now, when I started doing hair a while back, used to be you could use any developer lotion with any color. Well, that is not the case these days. You have developers out there with high pHs. Some of them are not stabilized. And I even recently saw one that had an MEA inside of it. Well, that's a derivative of ammonia, so that's definitely going to change your end result. So we always recommend you use our developer lotions with our color. We offer a 5 volume for our demi-permanent, color-coded by the teal band. The OYA 10 volume lotion for the permanent is for deposit only and gray coverage. Yes, I said absolutely amazing gray coverage with 10 volume OYA lotion. OYA's 20 volume can give you up to 2 levels of lift. The 30 volume will give you up to 3 levels of lift. And we have a 40 volume that will give you 3 or more levels of lift. Okay. Now I get to do my favorite part, and I'm going to do the best I can so you can see it on this presentation. I get to present to you the OYA strand chart, and our stylists love OYA strand chart. It's designed like a painter's palette. The colors go from dark to light, and like we said, we're all artists. When you look at our strand chart, it's very easy to identify tones. First, you're going to see a shade selector. It runs down the center of the page. Obviously, this is violet. And then as you get closer, you're going to see we have 3 identifiers. So whatever color line you've been used to, it's easy to use OYA. We have the word violet, if you like words. We have the letter V, if you're used to letters. And if you like numbers, I kind of come from the number category. There are 9 digits after a dash that represent color direction. -9 is the OYA violet. Not only that, if you look right here, you're going to see not only is it in English, it's also in Spanish and it's also in French. And our regional manager, Alex Loza, he's excellent at Spanish and French. So if you have any questions regarding those type of languages, we can always reach out to Alex. Okay, so there's the shade selector, runs down the center of the page. Next, you can pull out the shades, place them up to your skin tones to see if they complement. And if I want to match a color that's already existing on my guest hair, all I do is make a loop, like one of our loops, and place the color it's closest to and formulate. It's that easy. When you look, you're going to see a fuchsia dot and a teal dot. The fuchsia dot shares I come in a permanent tube, and the teal dot is showing you I come in a corresponding demi-permanent tube of color. OYA has 6 series that are our pure pigment fashion shades. They're not a brown base, so they will not brown out on you. We have the OYA violets. They run from a level 3 to a level 6. OYA reds, and the red series is right here, and it runs from a level 3 to a 7. Next, I'm going to move to the OYA Copper series, which runs from a level 5 to a 9. One pre-blend tube, which is the OYA Red Copper. It's right here. Next, I'm going to show you the OYA Golds, and I'm going to share a little bit about golds. When I first started working for OYA, I was afraid to use a gold. I had used a series of golds prior that were a little green off tone. I've also worked with ones that are orange cast. These are absolutely stunning, enhance any warm shades that you would like to use it on, and are beautiful as standalones. I just wanted to share that so you're not afraid to try. And of course, everyone's favorites are the OYA Mahoganies, or the chocolate browns, that go from a level 3 to a level 8. These 6 series are OYA's fashion shades. If your guest is less than 50% gray, and how would I know that? Well, let's look at the gray percentage selector here in the back of the book. This is 50% and this is 90. So if they're less than 50% gray, pick the shade you want to be, determine your guest's natural level, and decide if you're lifting or depositing. Now, if they're more than 50% gray, you're going to want to make sure that half of your color mixture is a gray coverage series. And when the chemist made OYA's gray coverage, he hit a home run. I kind of refer to sports, okay? I live here in St. Louis Cardinal land, so baseball's my thing. Okay, so he hit a home run. Let's talk about those 4 gray coverage series that he gave us. 4. And what you're going to see here is OYA's natural series. And right beside the natural, you're going to see a gray stripe indicating in the permanent line it's 100% gray coverage. You can also see the teal dot showing where it has a demi-permanent of up to 50%. 50 to 70 is typically what I see with our demi line. The natural series runs from a level 1 to a 9. The base for the natural series, in the front of our books, our color wheel, and right here I can see that the -0 natural series has a brown base. Okay, so it's natural or neutral. Next, I'm going to share one of the top sellers in the OYA line, and one of my favorite series because of what it can accomplish are the OYA Ash series. The OYA Ash series is a 100% gray coverage series. This is our cool gray coverage. It's not green base, so it will not mud out and mute out on you. The base is calibrated specifically to the level to neutralize warmth. So at my lower level, at my 1, I have a teal base neutralizing red. I move into a blue base to neutralize orange, blue violet to neutralize gold, and at the top, violet to neutralize yellow. It's absolutely perfect to control the warmth. This is the OYA Cool Gray Coverage Series, okay? And when you open up to see the color wheel, this is where it sets, and it shows you right here moving from teal to violet. Follow me to the other side of our book, and you're gonna see a soft gold, or this is the OYA Beige Series, which is also 100% gray coverage in the permanent. Think of Butter Blonde's Golden Chocolate, and it goes from a level 5 all the way up to a level 9. The very last gray coverage series is the Natural Plus series for OYA, okay? Think of those resistant heads of hair out there. They're just a challenge to cover. The Natural Plus series can be used straight from the tube with the appropriate developer. You don't have to intermix it with anything else. So an example would be, I have a guest, she wants to be a 7, but her hair is resistant to color. I can use the 7-00 without adding another color and get an absolutely gorgeous tone. They do not black out or flatten out on you. Another thing that you can do with them is if you have a guest who is resistant to color and you want to be one of the other shades, all you have to do is make half of the color mixture the Natural Plus series. And now you have resistant coverage for any of the other color tones. Let me get a sip of water just real quick. I match, right? I got pink and I got teal. Okay. Follow me back to the center of the book. Let's say you have a guest who wants to be a warm fashion series. A red, a gold, a copper. She's more than 50% gray, so she's over here. So we know half of the color mixture needs to be gray coverage. One of the things that OYA does to keep you truest to swatch would be, an example, you have a 6-8. You want to be a 6 red, more than 50% gray. You need gray coverage. All you need to do is take half of your color mixture, and we recommend it with our warm gray coverage series. The warmth in the beige will support the warmth in your red tone. So any of the warm shades where you need gray coverage, think warm fashion tone, warm gray coverage series. I can use a natural and I'll get my gray coverage, but naturals have a tendency to brown out reds and warm tones. Now think opposite with me. Violets. Violets are cool. They live on the cool side of the color wheel. We had a lot of violet shades last fall and winter, I saw that, and they were more than 50% gray. So in that instance, OYA recommends you would take the Cool Violet series and intermix half with the Cool Gray Coverage series. It is the perfect support for those cool tones. So warm with warm and cool with cool for perfect support. Naturals we typically pair with our Mahogany series, okay? But all shades are intermixable. Now, I know I shared just a few little formulations there with you. Do keep in mind, on week 4, Alex and Liza and I will be getting together and be doing a joint full formulation customization for OYA. Color questions, how to formulate, the app of formulations, which makes it so easy, customized tones. So we'll be answering all types of formulations on that week. Now let's move to the back of the book. You're going to see a clear tone up here, and that's our clear shade in our demi color. You also are going to see all the OYA concentrates, and I use the OYA concentrates with OYA. You have a violet and blue for additional neutralization of warmth, yellow, orange, and red to intensify and for fill colors. 0-00 is OYA's lightening cream. That's going to be our cream bleach. Here's an instance where I might use that. Well, I already shared we have a level 6 red, you know, we're a single digit color, but what if I want a red red? Well, you don't need to go buy 10 more tubes of color that are an RR. All you do is add a third red concentrate. Guess what? Now you have a red red. That's just one example of how to incorporate the concentrates, and we're going to be sharing more. Now I'm going to move to the blondes. You know, we all love blondes. We have our 10 ultralight blondes right here. They're recommended on the level 7 above, and you mix them in equal parts with a 10, 20, 30, or 40 volume. They come in a natural. The ash is a violet base. We have a beige, and we also have a gold. And right down here are the OYA High Lift Blondes. Okay? And when I first started working with OYA, I didn't understand high lift blondes. Oh, not with OYA, excuse me. A few years back, I didn't understand high lift blondes. Hair color goes from a natural level 1 to 10. Okay? There's not a level 12, or if there is, it might, be melting off your hair, lining up in your pocket, the hair that never grows. 12 means 1 part color, 2 parts OYA lotion. They're recommended with your 30 volume and your 40 volume in a 1 to 2 mix ratio. They come in the natural, the ash, which is a blue violet, the beige, and your violet. Maximum neutralization will be achieved with the -1, and then a slight neutralization with the violet. One of the things to keep in mind with high lift blondes is that these are the color directions, not necessarily your end results. Okay, that's where I got tripped up as a young stylist. We recommend them on a natural level 6, which is a dark blonde and above. On a natural level 6, you can expect to achieve with the -1 series a toned level 8 or 9 blonde, probably more in your beigey tones. But on a natural level 8, you can actually achieve a toned level 10 neutral blonde. So that's how the high lift blondes work. Now I want to share with you, let me reach over here real fast. How to read a shade number. Maybe you've been utilizing letters and words all these years, but you'd like to know how to read that number. Well, it's really easy. The number in front of the dash represents the level from 1 to 10. The number after the dash represents color direction. There's only 9 of them. This happens to be an level 6 dash 8 7. OYA's 8 represents red and OYA's 7 represents our copper. That is never going to change. Keep in mind, if there's a double digit or a premix, you're always going to have more of the first color than you will of the second number. Okay, so there's going to be more red in this tube than copper, and that is always calibrated specific to the level. OYA permanent colors, one of the things I want to share, not only are we PPD free, we're very, very low ammonia. Okay, so it's very gentle and caring on the hair. And let's step back. You can get beautiful, excellent gray coverage with 10 volume OYA lotion for the same level and darker, or if you're going to cover 80 to 100% gray white hair. Okay, so when that white outweighs the dark, you're always going to use 10 volume. You have 10 intermixal series, so you can constantly intermix to create endless results. One of the things I didn't share was our mahogany series is a favorite. And sometimes I'll get asked, are there more chocolates? Do you guys have more chocolate browns? Well, let's think about this. Instead of having 300 tubes of color, we have our boutique line of 72 and 44. Okay, so if I take mahogany and I mix it with natural, think semi-sweet chocolate, like a chocolate chip. If I take mahogany and I mix it gold, now I have milk chocolate. And if I take mahogany and I mix it with ash, what do you think? My favorite, dark chocolate. Okay? All the shades are intermixable. There are times I'm asked, well, what about a red violet? Guys, here's your red and here's your violet. Mix them. You control the mix. Do you want more red, or would you like more violet, or would you like equal parts? Anything is possible. Okay, and the last thing I want to share about the color today is the OYA Lightening Cream. OYA Lightening Cream is our cream bleach. This has no controlling tone, okay? It's just indicating that it's a lightening cream. It can give you up to 4 levels of lift on virgin hair. You mix it in equal parts with a 10, a 20, a 30, or a 40 volume OYA lotion. Now, I don't always need a bleach. Maybe I'm not always going to my platinum blonde level. A lot of times we use this tool for color corrections, or maybe to pop someone right up into that warm orangey gold tone to do a red across, okay? Another way you can use the lightening cream is to get an extra level of lift. And what I mean by that is you use it with the permanent color, and you would use 1 part lightening cream to 3 parts color, let it develop an additional 15 minutes, and you can get an extra level of lift. This can be a really great option when we're talking about high lift blondes, trying to push it just a little bit. Well, this little series right here can do it for you. And I'm going to show custom formulas when Alex and I are together. Okay, all I want to say to everyone is thank you so much for being with us. This is the first of the 5-part series. Next week, you're going to have Alex here, and he's going to give you everything you need to achieve the custom looks your clients crave and be creative. We're going to go on to talk about the following week about wilds and our specialty line, and then Alex and I get to do the fun part on custom formulation. And Robert's going to wrap everything up with the OYA care, the OYA style, and do a tour for you with it. I want to thank everyone for being here today, and we really appreciate you. I'm going to stay on for a few minutes, so if there's any questions, I'll be watching for them. Have a great day. Thank you, Gina. Okay, so I think we're great. Bye-bye.